So as understood, my live translation streaming something went wrong, and that is why it's just 1 minute long. So I'm going to start again because I was explaining everything for the wall. So I finished with what is TM. So TM stands for talent management. In some countries, it's called people management, team experience, and so on. But in Lithuania, we're talent management because we are managing talent. So, who is TM? So, TM is these people and these people, and we're still missing 2 people from LC Vilnius and LC ISMM. Yeah, so this is people from ISEC in Lithuania who are working for talent management. But the question is what they're doing, and in general, what is TM? So one of the things that you already might know in ISEC, that we have some kind of functional areas, right? And these functional areas are the ones that you're in, but these all functional areas in general are divided in some, let's say, bigger departments, I would call, which is front office and back office. So all functional areas you can separate, either it's front office, either it's back office. So what is front office, you may ask? Front office is functional areas that works directly with exchanges. And back office, functional areas that works indirectly with exchanges. Front office, it would be IGV teams, IGT, IGE, marketing, objects. All the functional areas that are working directly with our products and so on. Back office is the ones that's working indirectly, right? So it's TM, talent management, finance, business development, which is BD, OD, which is organizational development, and all the presidents, which is board of presidents. But here we are going to talk not about finance, not about BD or other something, but about talent management. So here you can read the role of TM, which is predicting outcomes, diagnosing problems, and prescribing actions on the people side that will add value to the business and membership. So in general, we're having this saying that TM is people, the people who care about people, and they care about them because they're our members. And here in ISEC, we're developing these people, but in general, by developing people in ISEC, we ensure that our customers as well are going to be treated the same, and all the inputs that we are receiving from engagement survey, for example, or in general your talks with TMs or your team leaders. So this is the information that we are using for our business, that our business would be growing and so on. So TM is contributing to the operations for you. And our measure of success is percentage of members achieving their goals. This is our main reason why we're working, is because that members would achieve their goals. So, yeah. But you may ask, how do you do that, right? Because like, it's very cheesy to say like members achieving goals, but how to do that? So for this, TM are really smart people, and they have all the processes. So which is get, develop, and keep. So further, I'm going to explain you about each of them like shortly. So let's go. Let's start with the get, because everything starts from getting people. And this process is mainly for getting the right people at the right place in the right time, which means that we are doing recruitment for getting new people on board in the right time, which is we are always having recruitment in September and February, and getting the right people to the right place. So what we are doing here, where all the TMs are defining personas. What kind of people do we need? What kind of skills? What kind of knowledge they need to have, and etc. As well, during all the plannings, talent management team are planning how many talents we need. We are planning this, taking into consideration the exchange numbers, our goal of our entity, like we're deciding how many people you will need to achieve your goals. Yes, and then we're having talent attraction in the get phase, which is, all ISACers at least once. I was saying, like, at least once they had this they done this talent attraction, because every time you're saying that I am from ISAC, you're already representing our organization, and you're already maybe attracting or not attracting people, right? So in attraction phase, what are we doing? We're always organizing some info desk, info events. Some people are going to lecture shouts, and etc. To let the people know that there is this kind of organization and it's worth to join, because some people spend here like 5 or more years. So it's really worth to come here. Even our all alumni can, suggest and so on. So this attraction phase it can differ each half of the semester, because every time we're getting new people who have brilliant ideas how to attract people. And more we are going to online promotion, which is going to, I don't know, posting in the Facebook or posting like, I don't know, in LSPL, or posting in the various groups and etc. and etc. YouTube. I think still we are not using fully the YouTube channel. Yeah, so like these kind of things. Later on, we are proceeding with the talent selection and allocation. So as I mentioned, we have these personas that we build, and in this selection part, we're already selecting people who are matching our personas. So it means the ones that fit our ISAC values, the ones that have competences that we need, and the ones that wants to do something, not just like stay somewhere. Like in general, mostly checking the personas for each functional area and ISAC values and competence. And then based on that, we're allocating people to the teams. So each one of you were like, when you came to ISAC, we already asked questions that we already were looking to you and thinking, so which functional area it should fit, yeah. And then talent onboarding, which means like your micro experience week, when you are getting this all information. What is ISAC? What we do? What I will do? Who are these people around me? What is ISAC culture? Then conference, when you're coming to the conference, what is like where you're getting to know more about ISAC and so on. So this is mainly get part, what we are doing. Yeah. And then when we are finished with get part, we are moving always to the develop part, which develop part is mostly for team leaders capacity building, that team leaders would be able to lead the team. Because imagine like most of you joined ISAC this half of the semester, let's say, and after the half of the year you have already possibility to join team leaders board, let's say, and you're joining this and you're still like thinking what I should do. Like I will be leading 5 members team, let's say. So TM is there that we would be sure that these people know how to lead a team, and that they would get this development space, that they would understand what they're doing good, what they're doing bad, and how they can improve. Of course, we have performance management and the national education cycle, which is like where you're getting all these educations and all the knowledge that you still don't know, but you should know or you want to know. So this is the place where you can approach your talent management people, which I hope you know who are the ones, and yeah. So, and then when we are finishing off with the develop part, at least like at the same time, actually we are moving with the keep part, which is for nurturing and engaging our talent to perform more, be more satisfied with their team experience, and have a long-term career plan in ISEC. So main things that we're doing here, let's say, is rewards and recognition system. And we are selecting our best team of the month, best member of the month, or we're having national this thing called Lions that will start next week, and yeah, and this is how we are, looking for the talents who are really putting a lot of effort to contribute to exchanges, to change the world, and having the right mindset. And we're just recognizing these people and rewarding them for that. If you're showing your commitment and you're being a good member, why not to recognize and to say for other people that you did well? Yeah. Then we having those engagement assessments, like last week this week we launched this engagement survey that we asked you to fill it, and by this thing we're as well trying to keep you to know how are you doing, and what we can do to actually make your experience better. And then, of course, succession, it's about having, like here I read it was long-term career plan. It's that you would have already in your plans, and you would understand what you can do later on, because team member experience, I would say not team members experience, but we having the short terms, like for example, if you started this in this September, your team experience will end in the February, and then what you can do next, maybe you would go to other functional area, maybe you will stay in this functional area as a member because you really like it, maybe you will go for team leaders, maybe you want to jump straight to the vice presidents. So like these things, like where you want to go further. So like we're making sure that you know where to go, and you know what kind of opportunities you have, and you're already, planning something. So actually, TM is people who are making environment challenging enough that you would grow here, develop yourself here. That is why, like, we are having these membership standards that I think most of you already heard about. Membership standards, that there is some kind of criteria that you need to fulfill, because just this way you can contribute to exchanges. This is the way how you can, in general, feel that challenging environment, and that you can. That's how you're developed. So we're doing actually really a lot. It's just hard to maybe explain, but the main, I think, thingy is that how can you support us? Because as you already understood, everything is surrounded by members who are TMs are thinking always about the members, team leaders, about people, and how people can support TM, that our work would be done well, let's say. So it's just be proactive. Set the SMART goals, because as I mentioned, TM is the one who are reaching for members to achieve their goals. So set the SMART goals for yourself. Commit to your goals and achieve them. Be responsible. Manage your time. And there is plenty of things that it must be done. Sometimes it's needed just to come and ask TM person, how are you? But in general, that TM can be satisfied. It's that you are achieving your goals, right? I mentioned. So that is why I'm going to share just quick tips and tricks about setting a goal. So first of all, here in ISEC, we really like SMART goals. Because why? Because it's useful making the SMART goals, even though there is a lot of other, maybe let's say, goals, but this technique, which called SMART goals, is very relevant for you to just to achieve them. Okay, so what is SMART goals? Is S stands for specific, measurable stands stands for measurable, A stands for attainable or achievable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time-based. So for example, instead of saying instead of having the your goal that I don't know, let's say I will change people's life. Instead of that, you can have a goal that in half of the semester, I am going to send 2 people to exchange. Or instead of saying I will make ISEC, I will make Lithuania more open-minded, you can say, you can set a SMART goal, which would be like, I will attract 5 schools in 2 weeks, the ones who will like to have our project, because it's for people who are from IGV functional area, let's say. Or I will bring here 5 people. I will make sure that they have place to work. I will make sure that these people have good experience, and I will make sure that these people who are coming there the best, and these people are going to do Lithuania open-minded. So just as you understood, it's simple as that. Every time you're just setting a goal for yourself, just think, is it specific enough? Isn't it too broad? Can I measure it? Like, after some time, will I be able to say, so did I fulfill my goal or didn't I? And then attainable, which is achievable, like just in general, is it possible to achieve this goal? Is it possible? Isn't it's from other perspective and I'm not doing anything about it? So make sure you're making achievable goals as well as relevant, because if you're here in Iceland, let's say, so your goals should be not, like I will go to the gym. Like if you're here in the team and your team goal, let's say, it's to do 5 outgoing exchanges. So how this you going to the gym, how it will help to fulfill team goal. Yes, and then always it has to be time-based, because it's very easy to say that I'm going to recruit 5 people, and I don't say it's in 1 year, in 2 years, in a week. So always you need to set the goal, which is time-based. So yeah, and some more tips or tricks for the setting the goals for yourself. It's state each goal as a positive statement. So don't ever say like I'm not going to be grumpy anymore or something. I didn't say SMART goal, of course, but or it's like that you wouldn't say that I will attend more than 0 info desk or whatever. Be precise, so be specific as possible, as SMART goal technique says, that you would understand that after a while, what did you wanted to say there, so be precise. Of course, in general, in your routine, in your in your life, set priorities. What is needed right now? Because sometimes you want to achieve like very, very big goals or something, but it's just not the right time here, because now you took this decision to be in our organization, let's say. So your priority as well should be not based on that, let's say. Not in general, like even when you're doing your studies or something, and you need to set the goals that, and you need to set priorities as well, because if you have exam in 1 week for one subject, and for other subjects you have exam in 2 months, so you will not start from the learning from the subject which is in 2 months, because at first you need to prepare for one exam and then for other exam. Then write goals down. I think this one is more for committing to your goal, because we usually have brilliant goals, but we just tend to forget them and forget that we have those. So writing goals down just helps to remember them. For example, me, myself, I have this wall in my home, in my apartment, which is written "My Hub," and there I have my goals written down that I want to achieve, or my team leader helping me with this, because she as well wants me to achieve my goals. So at least, like from this side, it's, yeah. Appreciate yourself for achieved goals. I think this thing we're really forgetting, and sometimes we achieve one of our goals, then we are straight moving to the other goal, and then straight moving to the other goal, even though we didn't say for ourselves, oh my God, you did it. You really like sent one person abroad, and this was your goal. So why not to appreciate yourself for that, and not later not to go to the depression or something. So yeah, and own the goal. A goal, I should wrote actually the goal. Own it, like understand it. This is your goal. Nobody else are going to achieve it. This is your goal, and you have to not procrastinate. You have to not, I don't know, wait while someone else will do something. This is your goal, and you're the only one who are going to make it happen. So own it. And other thing is sharing goal with someone else, which is kind of equal to committing for me, because when you're sharing with someone, you always know that this person can do about it. And I don't know, for example, once I wanted to learn Spanish. I still want to, actually. And when these people who knows that I want to learn Spanish, they're asking me, oh, ¿cómo estás? And you're like, haha, yeah, mucho bien. And then your broken Spanish appears, and then just understands that, so your goal is not going well. And then they are saying something, and you're feeling some bad about that. So sharing with others, not even from the side that they are sharing something that is bad, but for example, my team leader, for example, they're getting this, just opportunities for you that you can take to develop those goals and to achieve those goals. So telling for someone is committing to yourself, and then you know that these other people can help you to achieve these goals. So here in the organization, we have your brilliant team, you have your brilliant team leaders who can help you to achieve your goals. Just you need to talk with them and tell them, and use this opportunity to have people who are helping you to achieve your goals. And then I have this any questions? Maybe there is some kind of question, so I will wait for a couple of minutes if someone will write it down. But I see there is 3 people watching me, so hi for those 3 people. And if you have questions, you can ask. Just write it down in the comments. It's very nice to see how IGP people are working. I'm so proud. I'm not having open space for questions, but there is 2 people waiting, so not waiting, watching. So a bit waiting for the questions, but I see they are not appearing. So actually, I'm very open. I really like to communicate with members, with the team leaders and managers, or especially people who are interested in talent management, functional area. So just, I don't know, write me or write for your vice presidents in your local committee, which is Kaspariukas, Mashenka, Vainatukas, and Laurachka. So write for them and ask, what is TM? Tell me more. Or I hear that it's something about achieving goals, or I heard something it was with the developing members. So what is there? What can you tell about this? How do you attract people? Maybe you heard something like, where we can attract people, or you have any suggestions. Um, maybe you're studying HR, like I used to, and maybe you have some kind of just suggestion for us, or in general, if you just want to get to know more. I really encourage you to approach us, and we definitely will be helping you and answering your questions or just receiving your inputs. So thank you then for being here or seeing it later on, this webinar. And yeah, have a nice evening, and arriba.